It's mini candy bar season again. I will absolutely, consistently buy products that have positive comments on them and then reward myself with them. Sorry, something just knocked over. Reward myself with them as I eat them. I really will. Can you read that? I can't see. There we go. I love little positive blurbs. I subscribe to a lot of things on Facebook just to get positive comments in my feed. Because my brain is negative. My brain is always negative. My brain is rude and obnoxious. The positive helps. You just keep repeating it. There's a meme going around that says, don't fake it till you make it, just do it till you're there. Yeah, you know? That's how I am. I didn't sleep last night. Well, I fell asleep at about 6:30 this morning, and the husband woke me up at about 8:30 this morning, and then woke me up again at about 9:30 this morning, because we miscommunicated what the plan for the day was. And then I was awake from about 10 o'clock on. So I dozed off at 6:30, woke up 2 times in the middle, and was up at 10:30, or 10. So yeah, I went to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock last night and slept until midnight, so that was 2 solid hours. Yeah, I'm tired. Been tired, continue to be tired. Anemic. Anemia. Yeah. Yeah, let me see. Can you see the bruising? Yeah. Does it sound like I obsess about the bruising too much? It's because it's one of my easiest visual diagnoses of when I get myself in trouble. Because I'll go into the bathroom and these will be black eyes. Black eyes. And it's like, oh, oops, there's no oxygen. Yeah. So we spent 3 hours today looking up houses online and building a new list of 12 houses for this week, Thursday. Half of which will sell this weekend, and we'll have to do it again on Wednesday. Not enthusiastic. I should be enthusiastic. A couple of the houses have some real promise. There's one house that has just ancient juniper, fig, and weeping cherry trees. I like that. It also has a well house, and I don't like wells. There's another house that has a really nice outbuilding with orange and yellow checkered cabinets from the 60s that I think is absolutely amazing. And I want just for the outbuilding's cupboards. Yeah, you know. I like mid-century modern. I like the 1950s to 1970s single-layer ranch houses. I really do. They're long enough that noise on one side of the house is not heard on the other side of the house. I like that. You know? They're the kind of house where you have to get a small yippy dog or you won't know that somebody's trying to break in. I like old craftsmans. I like old bungalows. We're looking at some of those. We're not limiting ourselves to the house size, to the house style. We're not limiting the things that we're limiting ourselves on. Our needs. We need a big outbuilding. We need 500 square feet of garage that is waterproof and lockable. Prefer more, but we need at least 500. We need a functional kitchen. The house in Tacoma did not have a functional kitchen at all. The wiring was such that it could not take the stove. The stove was an issue constantly. The wiring in the house itself was bad, but that's a different story. It had no dishwasher and it could not be plumbed for a dishwasher. That's an issue. We went through 4 refrigerators in 5 years. Mind you, we got every single one of them used, but it was a wiring problem burning out the pump. So a functional kitchen is absolutely mandatory. which means a new wiring box. It won't pass inspection without a new wiring box. It has to have been plumbed for a dishwasher. I can buy the other appliances used. It has to have been plumbed for a dishwasher, or we could be in the situation where it cannot be plumbed. There's no wiring on that wall. There's no drain capability there, whatever. It has to have had a dishwasher installed. And it has to have a bathtub. There's one house that was almost perfect. It had a 460 square foot garage that was functional. It had a basement. I don't trust basements. They flood. I don't trust basements. They get radon, they flood, they get rats. You put stuff in basements and it's going to deteriorate. Anyway, it had an outbuilding that was usable, or an attached garage in this case that was usable. It looked nice. The kitchen looked nice. The yard was okay. It had one bathroom. I would rather have 2 or 1.5, but it had one bathroom. It had a walk-in shower. No bathtub. And I'm looking at the photos going, the square footage in that bathroom is not such that it can take a shower. Why is there no room for a bathtub? There's no room for a bathtub. It's toilet, sink, shower. There's no room. And I'm looking at all of it, and as near as I can tell, they took out a bathroom on the other side of the house that was up against the master bedroom and put in a smaller room, like a walk-in closet-y kind of thing. Okay, so chances are they had plumbing problems that they couldn't fix, and they defaulted to the second bathroom. Well, that's fine and dandy, but that means I can't put a bathtub in. And if I can't put a bathtub in, I don't really want it. You know? I might get a portable hot tub and call that good, but I'd really rather have a bathtub. So those are our qualifications. It has to have the outbuilding. I mean, if it's 1,800 square feet in the house and that's a big, huge family room and a big, huge extra room, that'll take up a huge amount of what we need for the outbuilding. Okay, we can dedicate one room to storage and put all the boxes in there, and that will work. There are ways to get around it, but in our price range, we're not looking at too many 1,800 square foot houses, in all honesty. And I don't really need that much space. I like the tiny little things. There's this house, okay. It's picture perfect. It looks like a little tea house. Okay, it looks like a little grandma tea house. And it's all these roses all the way around it. They aren't in bloom right now, but you can tell there's going to be roses all around it. And she's put a lot of time and energy into that garden, and peeking in the windows because we didn't have the real estate agent with us. It's a beautiful house on the inside, and it looks like a British tea house cottage thing, and it's just absolutely cute and adorable. And looking at the photos online, there's this greenhouse in back, and there's this long walkway thing on the back side of the house that's all a greenhouse attached to the house, and there's a garage that fits, and there's all this that works. And then the neighbor comes over to ask how we're doing. Yeah, she's retired. And the guy across the street, he bought his house when he was 19 years old, and he just retired last year. And she over there, she's a chief psychiatric charge nurse. I think I told you all about this. The neighbors have all been friends for 45 years. They've all lived on this little house cul-de-sac. This is the first house come up for sale since they were 19, 20 years old when they all bought in. And then they all worked for the state. And they all have no clue about reality. And the hubby's like, well, don't take it off the list. It's a cute house. We could really do it. I'm like, yeah, it's a cute house. I don't want the neighbors. And he goes, yeah, but they'll all die. I'm like, oh, there's that. You know, so it's on the list. It is, because it's an adorable house. And I love roses. And it's doable. And we'll see where we go from there. Anyway. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'm going to take a diuretic tomorrow. That's going to be fun. You'll probably hear me bitch about that tomorrow. Monday or Tuesday, we will know where we're at. We have an appointment with the real estate agent on Thursday because we're assuming everything's going to go good. Because if we don't, then we have to wait another week, and then that's Norwescon. And we'll be looking at houses Thursday and Friday, and possibly Saturday. Hopefully we will have a bid in by Saturday. Yeah, I'm knocking on wood. Trust me, I'm knocking on wood. Hopefully we'll have a bid in on Saturday. The bid process takes 10 days, which means once we get the bid in, we don't have to worry about it for 10 days, which means gets us through NorwestCon basically. NorwestCon's Easter weekend. Still waiting to hear back from the child about whether or not we're getting together on Easter or at some other point. Then, second weekend of May, I do believe, is the Haunters Con. And I will be vending at the Haunters Con with beads that are in storage, and yarn that's in storage, and hats, and paintings. And I won't actually have new paintings, which is going to kind of be troublesome, because it kind of looks sad when you show up with the same paintings twice. We'll figure it out. So yeah, and moving in the month of May. We have confirmation from the landlord that we have the month of May, and they won't take away the moving allotment. We have soft confirmation from the Portland's Tenant Bureau that they can't do anything even if we stay June. Until their federal paperwork goes through, they can't start the clock on you have to be out. Okay? And until they start the clock on you have to be out, because they originally had said they had, and the tenants union had hit back on them, until they start that clock, they can't threaten the moving allotment for not being out. Okay? So we should be fine on getting the moving allotment. I don't trust them. Anyway, 12 minutes. Tomorrow will be fun. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.